Today we are asking the question on everyone's lips. What would happen if Elon Musk stopped focusing on technology companies and started buying fast food restaurants instead? Okay, well, we're not actually going to go that deep into it, but what we are going to do is look inside the mind of Elon and see what he would do with the company name and the logo. So, first up on the menu is McDonald's. Do you see what I did there? Because menu, fast food, yeah. Let's do it. So first things first, I have grabbed an EPS from the web, the internet, www. sort of thing. Gonna embed that. Bosh, lovely. Right, well obviously the first thing we are going to do is think about what he would call this company. I think there's only one thing for it, and that is the letter X. So let's see what we can do. I'm gonna get rid of the registered mark because we really don't need to be that formal. Copy that over. Command Y to go into outline mode. Line these lines up. Line these lines up. What I'm trying to do is just get one perfect full arch without this middle bit being higher. So I'm going to Command Y, Shift and M for the shape builder tool, hold Alt to get rid of it. You see that little minus, it goes from plus to minus when you hold Alt. And just whip that off, and I think that's pretty much it. That will do, so I'm going to grab everything now, and you see when I go up a Y we got all them lines and stuff. Just going to go Pathfinder, Unite. I think that's called Unite, yeah, we'll call it Unite. Right, so to make this look like an X, we've basically got two choices. One of them is to put it side by side. And align these. Perfectly aligned. And the other option is the same but rotated 90 degrees, so let's work in both of these in tandem. Let's go with circle. Whoop. Send that to the back, choose a red, we'll just go full hog red. Gonna grab that red circle, copy it, Command and F to paste in front, and then highlight that front box and my two arches and go Command and 7 for clipping path. That looks pretty good. There we go. Elon Musk takes over McDonald's. So next up it is Burger King. So I think the first thing that our boy Elon would do if he bought Burger King is change the name to, I think he'd probably be creative with this one, and I think he would just call it X. And then obviously that font isn't going to cut the mustard. So now I've got two choices. I can either rework this to make it wider and keep the burger the same shape, or I can skinny up the burger and make it look like a big tall tower. So what I did there was just press O on the keyboard and then hold shift and drag like left to right over it, and it flips it. P for pen tool, flop, pop, and then I'll join this one, even though it's not going to make any difference for this project. It's just nice to do your artwork nicely. And then that looks like it needs to come up to me. Lovely. Now this top, right, I think that's lost its appeal because it's too tall now. Right, them rectangles weren't doing what I wanted them to do, so I think I'm going to use a stroke with the old rounded caps on the end. If we go times 0.8, we'll be nearly there. Okay, it's a little bit at risk of looking like the Union Jack flag, but this is what we've got, and this is what I think Elon would do if he bought Burger King and renamed it to X. let's get on to the next one. Right, the actual latest KFC logo has gone down the super simplified route, so it was a little bit boring. So this is the one I want to work with because I think this could work lovely. Right, so first things first, let's see if we can get our picture of Elon in there. Here's one I have got saved onto my hard drive. Nothing weird about that. Right, let's see if image trace is just going to do a miracle for us here. Right, I am not a skilled illustrator. What am I going to do now? I'm starting to realise that I should have cut him out in Photoshop first. In fact, the select subject in Photoshop probably would have done this in about 3 seconds, and I would not be messing around like this now. It's not going to make too much difference. I don't know if anything's going to save this absolute hideous bit of work I've done here. This definitely is not going in the portfolio, but you know, it's funny if nothing else. Looking like something out of a horror film. Goodness me, this is the worst job I've ever done in my life.
One eternity later.
That's a better starting point. Oh my goodness, look at the state of that. That has got to go. That is going straight in the bin. That's the worst thing I've ever made. Literally. Yes, that's looking good. Corners less. Please, smooth it out. Let's just make it nice for me. Make my life easy, please. Please don't embarrass me in front of the whole internet. Come on, Adobe Illustrator, I am counting on you. Just got to regroup that because that Pathfinder thing that I just did messed us up a little bit. Spin this boy around. I feel like he should be looking the other way as well. Yes, look at that. Get his shoulder in there just like the Colonel's shoulder. Now we want to copy that and then paste that in place. Clip in mask, and then we want to just lift that top up so that his hair pops out. And obviously if this was production I wouldn't do it like that, I would do it properly, but right now that's fine. Right, through the power of Google I have found out what the KFC logo font is. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, of course, if Elon Musk bought KFC he would rebrand it to X because it's the obvious choice. It's just, you know. Right, it's not spot on because you can see this looks more like slabby, whereas this just goes to a point, but let's see how the X looks. If we have to adjust it, we'll just adjust it. We've got the power to just adjust it. I think that is going to look fine. You know what, I'm feeling a little bit fancy, so we're going to put the registered mark on as well. Oh, look at that, even in the same font. Superscript. Superscript is still way too big, so I'm going to superscript it and then go half font size times 0.66666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666need to put that on the right logo. On the right logo. And make it white. And where we've got less letters, I think we can afford to make it a bit bigger. Thinking about whopping the apron on him as well. And then we've got the old Adidas apron on, so we're going to whop them bars on as well. So, if Elon Musk bought KFC, this is what I think he'd do. He'd obviously change the name to X because it's the natural brand progression, and I think he'd do this with the logo to put himself front and centre. He is the brand, baby. Leave a comment, say hello, let me know which of these was your favourite and any other video ideas you want me to do. I'm going to try and upload a little bit more regularly now, as my last video was uploaded over 900 days ago and that is just simply unacceptable.